I am on a quest to make the mighty Fulham FC Europe's best club. And things are going pretty well at the moment. On the cusp of the January window, big things are about to happen. Andreas Pereira is about to leave, and Mudryk, the Ukrainian from Chelsea, is about to become a Fulham man. But with a little bit of money still to spend as we approach the window, I am very excited to see what we can do as we push for some sort of European football this year. As we approach the midway point of the Premier League season, we currently sit 11th in the Premier League right now, 5 points away from where the European spots begin to form, with Chelsea up there. We just need to convert those goddamn draws into wins and we will be chilling. But the relegation zone is not safe either. Ipswich stinking it up down the bottom, but then you have Forest with 17 points. They're 5 points below us. We need to keep our foot on the gas. But before the January window begins, we have a matchup here in the Premier League. It is against Bournemouth. And the fans bringing out the tifo for what is going to be Andreas Pereira's final game as a Fulham player. Interesting choice. Oh, Bournemouth have done us there with the move. Leno got the slightest touch on that, though, to put that onto the post. Semenyo long shot all day. Oh, Moniz picks the pocket. Come on. We've showed nothing offensively, but we're going to take the lead. Bournemouth with a lapse in concentration. Rodrigo Moniz keeping his attention span active there in behind. And that is the third goal in 2 games for Rodrigo Moniz. Dude, all Bournemouth have been doing, which is fine by me because they're wasting time, all they've been doing for this entire second half is just passing the ball around their midfield. I genuinely have not had possession once. Nah, no. Oh my God, off the post. Oh my God, Leno. Oh my God, what a shocker of a game. We come away with a win. But that was a tough watch. And with that, the January transfer window opens up and we say goodbye to Andreas Pereira. Of course, he joined Tottenham for £15 million, but we also officially say hello to Mykhailo Mudryk, who is going to join us from Chelsea for £18.8 million. So that leaves us with £14 million to work with in this transfer window. And I'm conflicted as to what I do. Originally, if you asked me a couple months ago, I would have said that striker was probably our biggest problem area, but Rodrigo Moniz is really getting his stuff together. I genuinely think we could go in for a new centre midfielder. Sander Berge has been okay, but he hasn't really lit up the world. And I'm conflicted as to whether I want to sell him and put that money towards getting another player, or whether I want to go in for somebody younger. At the centre midfield role, Tom Kearney is rapidly decreasing. Harrison Reed is an option, but he's also 29 and he's a defensive midfielder. And then for young players, we have Josh King off on loan. We also have Dibley Diaz off on loan. These guys are super low rated. And I've got 2 players on the shortlist. Lewis Ferguson could come in right now and be an option if we do sell Sander Berge. He would be an upgrade. But the one that I'm leaning more towards is Habib Diarra as a long-term option. We could get him for around £8 million. That way I could also go in for another young player, maybe a young striker to back up and be the backup option to Rodrigo Moniz, maybe a backup goalkeeper. You know, I've honestly talked myself into it. I want to go in for Habib Diarra here. £8.6 million would be awesome. Let's see if we can get him for about 8 mil. I want to save as much money as possible because that will give us the best option possible for another player. They want Jorge Cuenca, which I'm not willing to do. He hasn't been getting much game time, but I think he could be very valuable down the line. Let's go £8.2 million for Habib Diarra. See if that works. They say 8% sell-on clause. I'm going to get rid of that sell-on clause because I might end up selling him on down the line. We'll give him an extra 100k, £8.4 million, which Strasbourg are going to accept. So we'll delegate the offer and see if Habib Diarra will join us here at Fulham. We also have the contracts of Raul Jimenez and Luc de Figueroles, the Canadian defender. I'm not going to worry about Luke right now, but let's see if we can get Raul Jimenez extending his contract. He'll be a great backup option, and if we can bring it down, I don't want to pay him more than he's getting paid right now. Yeah, that's £8,000 more. Whatever, it's only £8,000. 1 year sporadic, I'll accept that. Raul Jimenez is going to stay at Fulham. Haven't been giving him too much game time, but he's a handy option to have. Ooh, Sam Powell looks half decent here. Again, the valuations aren't insane, but the potential looks half decent. I'm willing to just sign a lot of players. This guy, this is what is confusing. Thomas Walton has a value of £400,000, but his potential is mad low. I'm thinking maybe he's already, because he's 16. I'm going to sign him just based on the value and based as an experiment. But a lot of these other guys, oh, this guy looks half decent, 92. What about the other? Oh my God, the last two look quality as well. Nicholas Guy. Oh, all right, I need to go get release some players. All right, sorry, Hugh Jackson, you're getting released. Fabio Lopez, you're getting released. Will Lancaster, you're getting released. And let's go in and get Nicholas Guy, who looks like a stud of a striker, and Sebastian Fry, 925,000 pounds of value. Okay, Samuel Faulkner looks half decent with his potential as well. I'm going to sign him. And this last guy, he also looks good. All right, I need to go release one more player. Sorry, Dylan Wyatt, you need to go, mate. Henry Goodwin signed up. But now with our scout, I'm going to have to be very cutthroat. We've got some quality players coming through here. We need to make the most of this academy, build it up. And Reece Nilsson, I'm not surprised with this one, but Reece Nilsson has been recalled by Arsenal. I barely played him. I barely needed to play him. I'm not too beat up about it. Our training plan for Smith Rowe to convert him to an attacking midfielder has been finalized though. He goes to attacking midfield and we're going to have Mudryk as the left midfielder. I think that bumped him up in overall as well, which I'm not mad about. Still waiting to hear about Diarra, but we have our first game of the new year. It is at home against Ipswich. Let's start the year off on the right foot. Also got the debut of Mudryk here. I'm excited for what he can bring to the table. Leif Davis slides it in behind. Good save, Leno. We need to stay focused here. Oh, ball in behind there. Ball roll. They're killing us right now. They get the shot. Leno was just running towards the ball. Iwobi, we need something here, fellas. Iwobi holds it up nicely. Laying this one. It's going to be first time shot that Jones just puts wide. Mudryk. We're really starting to build in this one. Mudryk. That's a pen. Yes, that's a pen. Mudryk, one of his first involvements as a Fulham player is to win us a pen. Rodrigo to step up. Can we score our first penalty of the new year? I'm going on the left-hand side. Keeper goes the wrong way. Rodrigo continues his goal-scoring form. 4 goals in 3 games. You love to see it. Oh, slid in behind. Fair play. I've been thinking about other shit. My internet literally just went out and I was thinking about how I'm going to cancel my internet provider. And I was not paying attention to the game and it's cost me. That's a nice finish regardless though. Also, just on a side note, if you live in the United States, don't go with Spectrum Internet. They genuinely suck. Stanisic, great ball there to Sandberg. I see the option of Muniz through to Anderson of all players. What's my centre back doing there? Oh my God, I had to have the lash with my centre back. Uh-oh. Oh, big tackle, Anderson. Come on, lads. Need something here. Flick it on to Jones. Jones! Jones! Ah, we'll take the corner. Don't you dare blow this whistle, referee. We got one last opportunity here. Stanisic running on fumes. Going to Iwobi. That was a terrible pass. Oh, my God. Dropping points against Ipswich after 1 lapse of concentration. That just shows how cutthroat the CPU can be this year. Also, fair play to Ipswich. They have had our number this year. They have been one of our bogey sides. Sandberg, though, answering the critics. I was debating getting rid of him, and then he goes and gets man of the match. There we go, lads. Contract accepted from Habib Diarra. And we pick ourselves up a new option here for the center of the midfield. I'm very excited about this one, fellas. Definitely interested in getting him into the rotation early on here and getting him a lot of game time for this second half of the season. He could potentially be a starter next season. And I think he's worth all £8.4 million we've paid. But that now leaves us with £4 million in our budget. I'm going to go do some research and get some players on the shortlist that we could potentially bring in. We have received our first transfer offer of the January window though. It is for Tom Cairney. Unblocking offers for Cairney. Like I said, he is a part of my plans. Even if he ends up being 35 overall by the end of the save, I want Tom Cairney in this team until the day he retires. One of my all-time favorite Fulham players. But before we can figure out our new striker, we're going to go here and get ourselves an FA Cup game. We're heading to the Den, heading to South London, heading to Millwall in the FA Cup. Our opening game of the FA Cup. I am rotating the side heavily. Diarra getting his debut. Stroiken's into the starting 11. Raul Jimenez in there. How are we going to go against Millwall? It is going to be a 2-1 win. Raul Jimenez sending us to the next round of the FA Cup. I would love to go on an FA Cup run, but I don't intend on playing the games until we get a little further on. Anthony Robinson has been one of our key players this season, one of our key attacking threats. He might not be a part of the starting 11 for the entirety of the save, age not on his side, but I'm definitely keeping him this season. And Adama Traore, Wolverhampton want him back. Not a chance are they getting our super sub. His super sub abilities haven't come to full fruition yet, but I imagine it's going to help out soon. But I have shortlisted 4 players here as potential long-term backup striker options. We've got Ethan Wheatley, Kevin Kelsey, Rafael Nell, and Charalampos Kostoulis. Greek guy there. Had to think that one out. So Kevin Kelsey actually plays right now on loan at my favorite MLS club, FC Cincinnati. Seen him play in person. He is quality. Ethan Wheatley, highly regarded here as a young prospect in English football. Rafael Nell, probably the best option on this list in terms of overall and age comparison. And Kostoulis, definitely the most raw of all the players, 65 rated, just 17 years of age. But I think we need to shoot for the stars. I think we go in here for Rafael Nell and try getting him. He's almost the same overall right now as Raul Jimenez. I could definitely see him getting a lot more game time in this FA Cup campaign. So let's go see if we can get him from Sporting. It said we could get him for about 2.75, and I want to try getting him for exactly that amount. I don't want to overpay at all. We don't really have wiggle room to overpay, to be totally honest. But what are Sporting going to say? They want Tom Cairney. That is a no-go. On paper, that probably makes sense, but that is a no-go for us. 2.75 again. Come on, Sporting. Give us the good news. Give us Rafael Nell. They accept that one. Perfect. So we will offer him a contract to join us here at Fulham FC. But whilst we wait to see what Nell says, we hit the road here, heading to East London as we take on West Ham United. It looks like a cold January night. Not the goddamn bubbles. God, this camera angle is a little different. Iwobi, though. Oh, good tackle from them. Follow up, though, first time. Mudryk on the volley. That is weak, but it's out for a corner. Yes. Berg going here. Jones to Mudryk. Let's see how he goes on the other foot. That foot's a lot stronger. Hits the crossbar. Smith Rowe, I see you, Jones. Look at the space for Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones bangs it. I tried to go for the near post. I've got to not be afraid to maybe take an extra step or two into the box in those situations. Puts it one. Smith Rowe. Sander. Back. Jones. Finesse. Oh, Trossard still on. Nope. Pellegrini drives that one in. Win that Calvin. They win the header. Calvin, do you want to jump? West Ham get one opportunity. Calvin gets completely manhandled there by Fulkrug. I don't know what else I could have done to stop that. I'm holding down clearance. He just gets speckied like we're playing AFL. And Fulkrug, the German, fires West Ham into the lead. That is a frustrating goal to concede. All right, I'm making a double substitution here, fellas. Sanderberg, pretty average game. Needs some attacking spark in Tom Cairney. Sessegnon coming on for Robinson, who has busted a lung. I see you. Rodrigo, get it back. Come on, off the kickoff. That's a terrible touch from Smith Rowe. I felt like that was in slow motion. Go on, get it. Tom Cairney. Tom Cairney. Rodrigo. Rodrigo. We've got to finish that one. Iwobi's got the pace. Iwobi needs a good ball in here, though. Rodrigo. Get it, Jones. Curtis Jones. Fucking hell. How have we not at least put that on frame? How have we not put that on target? I was starting to feel so good about our clinicality in recent episodes, and it's just gone out the window here. What a frustrating result, man. That is one that I'm walking away from scratching my head. But in a positive, after that match, Rafael Nell is going to agree to join us here at Fulham. It's a 5-year deal. He wants this important squad role. Oh my God, right now he's our 3rd string striker. He wants important squad role. All right, he's backing himself. I'm going to train this dude up to be an absolute assassin, though. An absolute killer in front of goal. I want to get his finishing and all the surrounding stats around finishing as high as humanly possible. A low-risk signing with huge upsides. Welcome to Fulham FC, Rafael Nell. Just £2.75 million spent. Is this going to be 2.75 down the drain or the best 2.75 we've ever spent? All right, I'm throwing on Poacher to start things off here. I want to get that finishing up high. I want him to be, as I said, an assassin. Just 3 days after that terrible loss to West Ham, though, we have a chance to bounce back. We are on the road once again, taking on Leicester. And you might be able to see him there, but I'm going to be giving our new summer signing, our new January signing, Diarra, a starting opportunity. Long shot early there. That is casual from Leno, but I'll allow them to do that all day. Ooh, Rodrigo's in front here. Good touch from him. He gets past Vestergaard. Rodrigo straight at the keeper. Follow up. Mudrik's going to score. Come on, lads. Our new signing, Mudrik, is going to get his first goal as a Fulham man. That is a real poacher's goal. Rodrigo did a lot of the hard work, and then it is the Ukrainian collecting the scraps. Shocking. Oh, I thought I was going to say it's a shocking ball, but Smith Rowe turns, forces the save. We're coming out of the gates firing in this one. Can we get a second goal, though? Smith Rowe, get to it, Anderson. Anderson! That was a great effort, but straight at the keeper. Go on, Mudrik. That was a good turn. I hit the R1. Mudrik. Straight at the keeper. Iwobi to Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe. Look at Robinson. Oh, it's going to go to Moniz instead. First time. Hits the bloody post. Come on, lads. I want a second goal here. We've got the dub, but I want to put a bit of style points on it. I want it to go to Mudrik there. We're going to go Diarra. Diarra! I thought he was going to get a goal on debut. All right, let's just swing this one in. It's going to be the final play of the game, I assume. Into Rodrigo. Rodrigo puts the header over the crossbar. He should have had a goal or two, but it doesn't matter. We come away. We're back in the winner's circle on the road. Coming out of the game there, we get an offer from Aston Villa. It's a swap deal. Who have they put in the offer? They put in this guy. Not a chance. That is almost disrespectful, Aston Villa. I don't want to sell Leno as it is, but to put in a 69 rated young goalkeeper, maybe if it was Joe Galchi. But fellas, currently sitting 10th in the Premier League right now. We've got Manchester United coming up on the 26th. But that is where I'm going to end today's episode of the Fulham Career Mode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to check out the entire playlist.